Question 50. So because I can see m is outside this bracket, I want to put the m on the left here, and the 4 plus p will go on the top here. So I'm expanding the first single bracket. So in this box I'll have 4m. M times 4 is m4, but it's better to write the number first, so write 4m, and then we're going to do m times p. So if you put it in alphabetical order, that is plus mp, so it's a positive answer there. Now we're going to expand the second bracket. So because I can see the p outside the bracket, the p will come to the left here, and the 3 plus m will go on the top. So in this box I'm going to do p times 3. So p times 3 is p3, but it's better to write it with the number first, so it's 3p, and then p times plus m will be plus mp. So now from expand the first bracket, we've got 4m plus mp, and from the second bracket we've got 3p plus mp, and the sign in between was a plus, so we put plus here. So now we're going to try and collect the like terms. So I can only see 4m, there's no other term with just m, so there's no like 3m or 2m, so there's nothing to collect there, so we can just write down 4m, and then with the mp I can see here and here I've got 1 mp here, so this could have been written as 1 mp, and this could also have been written as 1 mp. So 1 mp and 1 mp is 2 mp, so plus 2 mp. So we've dealt with 4m, we've dealt with mp and mp, and then we've got plus 3p left. So this is the final answer. Now I could have written 4m plus 3p plus 2mp, and that would still be the correct answer, because we're adding, the order doesn't really matter. I would now like you to try and do these questions by yourself. So question 50 I've just explained, so I'd like to now do the rest of the questions by yourself. Made it a bit bigger so it's easier to see. So question 51 now. So we're going to expand this single bracket first and then that single bracket. So here I can see k is outside the bracket, so I'm going to put the k on the left here, and then the 3 plus 2h will go on the top. And here I can see the h on the left, on the outside of the bracket, so we'll go on the left of the boxes, and the 4 plus 3k will go on the top. So to expand the first single bracket, so k times 3 is 3k. I could have written k3, but it's better to always write it as with the number in front, so 3k. Then k times 2h, well, k times 2h is the same as saying k times 2 times h, which is the same as saying 2, put the number first, and then kh. Now here I deliberately wrote it like this because although I could have written that, it's better to write it in alphabetical order. So it's better to write it as 2hk. So it's always like a convention. We do it with the number first, write the number first, then put the letters in alphabetical order. You don't have to, but sometimes it could make life a little bit easier. So here I'm going to write h times 4, which is h4, but it's better to write it as 4h with the number first, and then h times 3k is 3k h, but it's better to write it in alphabetical order, so write it as 3hk. So now collecting the terms, so first we'll copy this down, so it's 3k plus 2hk, and then if you copy this down, it's 4h plus 3hk. I forgot to mention that these are plus here, and plus these are positive. And because the sign there was positive, we want to put the plus sign there. Now to collect like terms, 3k, there's nothing to collect, there's nothing similar to that, so we just write 3k. There's no other term, so there's no like 2k or 1k to add on or subtract, so just leave it as 3k. Then the 4h is all by itself, so 4h, so we've dealt with the 4h, we've dealt with the 3k. Now here we can collect the terms, so we've got 2 lots of hk plus 3 lots of hk, so 2 lots plus 3 lots is 5 lots, so it's plus 5hk. So this is the final answer, 3k plus 4h plus 5hk. Question 52 now. So because I can see t outside the bracket, I'll put t on the left here, and then I can see 2 plus 3n inside the bracket, so that will come on the top. So 2 plus 3n. So t times 2 is 2t, and then t times 3n, so I'm going to do t times 3n, which is same as saying t times 3 times n, which is same as saying 3 times n times t, so 3nt, and we put it in alphabetical order, so it's positive answer here, so plus 3nt. Now for the second bracket, I can see n outside the bracket, so the n will come on the left there, and then the 3 plus 4t will go on the top. So n times 3 is n3, but it's better to write it as 3n with the number first, and n times 4t, well that's like saying n times 4 times t, so that's the same as saying 4 times n times t, which is 4nt, and it's positive, so I'll write plus 4nt. Now we're going to try and collect all the terms, or the like terms, so copy that down first, 2t plus 3nt, and then from here we've got 3n plus 4nt, and the sign here was positive. So now I can see that the 3n is by itself, so there's no 2n or 1n, so there's no collecting like terms there, so I'm going to copy that down, so 3n, and then I can see the 2t is by itself, there's no collecting like terms there, so just copy that down, but I can see here 3nt plus 4nt is 7nt, so plus 7nt. That's all of the terms done, and this is the final answer. Question 53 now. So the p is outside the bracket, so the p will come to the left here, and then I can see 2q and plus 3. So p times 2q, p times 2q is the same as saying p times 2 times q, which is equal to, so put the number first, 2 times p times q, which I can write as 2pq, and here p times 3 is p3, and it's positive. For the second bracket, we've got q and then 4p plus 7. So q times 4p, q times 4p is the same as saying q times 4 times p, which is the same as saying put the number first, 4 times p times q, so 4pq. So doing it alphabetical order helps, because I can see now here it's 4pq and I can see here's 2pq. Okay, if it's 2qp, they might be a bit confusing when trying to collect the like terms. So it's good to follow the rule of put the number first and then the letters in alphabetical order. So follow the convention. So 4pq. And then in the next bracket box I've got q times plus 7, which is just plus q7. So now we're going to try and collect like terms. So first of all, copy this down. So I've got 2pq plus, I wrote here plus p3 and I wrote here plus q7 deliberately because I want to show that you could have done that, but it's better to write the number first. So it would have been better to put plus 3p here, and here it would have been better to put plus 7q. So 2pq plus 3p, and from here we're going to take 4pq plus 7q, and the sign was positive, so it's just plus. So I can see that the 3p's by itself, there's nothing to collect, so copy 3p down. Same with the 7q, there's no collecting like term, so copy that down, so plus 7q. And then I can see 2pq plus 4pq, which is 6pq, so it'll be plus 6pq, and this is the final answer, 3p plus 7q plus 6pq. So far we've been quite fortunate. These are easy ones with only positive signs. When this becomes a negative, you just got to be a bit more careful.